write a personal essay in which you reflect on what you are proud of in your life. Personal essay, proud of in my life. What am I proud of in my life? That's where you got to go with your plan. Okay, what am I proud of in my life? Okay, so look, let's get busy on this. I'm gonna take this stuff off the board, and then what I'm gonna do is, just as we're going down through the paragraphs, I'm gonna pick out the things that the student is doing very well. Okay, so just the features and characteristics of a personal essay, right? Features and characteristics. What are they? What are the things you guys should be doing in these personal essays? And then also, what will the examiner be looking out for as well? Okay, so just make a list of a few of these, the good ones as we go along. As you see in front of you, this is a full sample, right? It's a full, I'm just looking at my word count here. It's about 1,200 words. That would be about 5 pages of writing, maybe just short of 5 pages. We'll say 5. So the full sample is there. You'll see there's sort of, in essays like this, in paper 2 essays, you can say how many paragraphs. This essay is 8 or 9, 10 paragraphs. Paragraphs should vary in size and shape, so don't be sort of obsessing about paragraph count or anything. Let's have a go then let's have a look at the first paragraph. Right. Pride is a loaded word. I love that opening sentence, right? I'm gonna, pause it already. I love the short sentence. Short sentences are great for effect. They're kind of a bit more dramatic, a bit more punchy. I always want a variance of sentence length, short, long, short, long. That's a nice way to start. Pride is a loaded word. It is symbolic of our lived experience. We have the capacity to view pride through the lens of what is positive and negative, like so many facets of life. I like the inclusive language there. It makes it sort of slightly, we and our, the inclusive language. Not that you're going to overuse any of these, but that's nice. We and our sort of, includes the reader as well, the examiner, but it's slightly persuasive. Pride goes before a fall, and pride is at the bottom of all great mistakes, are 2 examples of cautionary warnings imparted by the elder seers in my life, urging me, a mere mortal, to avoid the pitfalls of an inflated sense of pride. Okay, so nice use of a quotation there. 2 little, they're more like proverbs or old sayings, pride goes before a fall. But it's use quotation, use of old sayings and adages, so that's nice. I'm going to pop that in there. Slight sort of sense of humour there in the phrasing. Me, a mere mortal, so humour, conversational tone, that's good as well, right? So it's kind of relaxed. This is the personal essay. Don't make it too formal, right? Conversational tone, use humour. They're good features of personal essays as well. Okay, such ideas can have a lasting imprint on a young, impressionable mind, given the proverbial gravitas with which they're spoken. Love the vocab. To be proud seems shameful. Conversely, we celebrate Pride Week in June each year, a time when those once deemed other can feel at one with themselves and embrace who they really are, free in the knowledge that society supports them. This is a good thing. It's a simple example of how pride does not have to amount to ignominy of the many things that are a source of pride in my life. Chief amongst them is my name. Okay, so that's the introduction, and the person gets to their name. That's one thing that's a really, it inspires pride in me, and that's where the essay's going next. A nice little link with the next paragraph there at the end. Few other things there. There's a factual reference, right? Which is the idea about Pride Week in June that we celebrate, and it celebrates diversity. Also, something else there. Yeah, just 2 other things, really, in general. The punctuation is fabulous. Look the way it's punctuated. Every essay in the exam needs to be punctuated like that. Doesn't matter if it's personal essay or not. Punctuation, use commas, full stops, really good. The mixture short and long sentences towards the end there was good. There's one other thing I liked there about the end, sorry. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so look at the list I have on the board just from the opening paragraph. And that is like an introduction. And now we're into the first point, okay? So let's see how they do that. There's nothing unusual about my name. It's bland, uninspiring, and what my father would have described as, quote, 10 a penny. That'd be a nice quotation there as well. To be frank, that's fine with me. I don't need to stand out. I feel no compunction to rebrand myself a la the Engelbert Humperdinks and M&Ms of the world. There are countless people who share my name, but for me they lack the one thing that makes me proud of it. It was my father's name. I remember being quite young and asking him where our name came from. He was sitting at the head of our kitchen table, bathed in the pale glow from the overhead light, a cloud of bluish-grey cigarette smoke separating boy from man. He peered at me through his vibrant green eyes. In that moment, he seemed otherworldly. Okay, and that's the end of the paragraph. Fabulous paragraph, right? So we have the opening of the essay, which is sort of defining things and establishing what pride is and so on. And in that paragraph, what we have, which is crucial, right? Crucial for a personal essay, and a lot of students forget about it. We have anecdote, right? So personal story from this student's life. We don't just have anecdote though, we have this lovely piece of narration, right? And I'm going to just put another bullet point here, descriptive writing. So these all have a place, descriptive writing. These all have a place in the personal essay, and sometimes the student forgets that. You know, you gotta describe some sort of anecdotes and personal events in your life, and then crucially you get in, and the next stage, although they haven't done it yet and they're just about to, is reflect on that. So an essay that's too much reflection will not be as strong as an essay that has a lovely mix of anecdote, description, and then reflection. Okay, let's read one more paragraph, right? Because it's a full longish sample, and I don't need a whole lot of it. His new paragraph. His response was something worthy of Hallmark, but it stuck with me, and I like the reference to Hallmark there. It's kind of humorous, right? The card makers. He offered me a wry smile and said, "Our daddies give us our names." I remember feeling utterly deflated by such a tepid response. I had hoped for an explanation that involved daring adventures, beasts to slay and honour to fight for. There was even something contemptuously juvenile about his use of the term daddies. It was a colourless moment for what I perceived would be a colourless life. Okay, and that's beautiful reflection. He's reflecting on that moment with his dad. And for me, you know, something that's all the way through the essay is the vocab, right? The vocabulary is just top drawer here. I'm just seeing, there is one more paragraph that finishes out this point. So you see, this is one point about his name. It's 3 different paragraphs though, that's fine. With the searching lens of hindsight, I understand that my indifference was harsh, right? He's disappointed that his name is just his daddy gives it to him. Although his response seemed antiquated at best and vapid at worst, there is a simple truth to it that I now hold dear. My father passed away when I was 13 years old. All I have left of him is his name. Of course, there are photographs, home videos, his personal possessions and countless memories, but they do not mark me as belonging to him, at least in my mind. When giving my name upon an introduction, I feel connection to him. When signing my name on a form, I feel a sense of unity. It's an invisible tattoo marking me as his son. He may be gone, but his name lives on through me. And this is very emotional now, isn't it? I can feel myself welling up here reading it. It's his gift to me, his declaration of love and recognition of me. My name means I am his. I am infinitely proud of this. And that was the question. So really powerful reflections, very emotive. This is the personal essay. I'm only short of getting the Kleenex out there, right? It's very it's emotive language. And that's definitely a feature. It's conversational, it's relaxed. However, the vocab is still quite strong. It's very emotive, very reflective. It's reflecting on this, and then he's into another sort of thing that makes him proud in the next paragraph. Okay, we've got 4 or 5 more paragraphs there to bring him down. So that's a fabulous essay. Okay, really brilliant start, and I know it. I've read it before. It continues on like that. Every paragraph, we've got more of the same stuff. We've got a few more features, things like rhetorical questions, and he's got more sort of factual references and loads of more descriptive passages. Got nice use, and there were one or two of them there, so I'll just write this as my last thing on the board. Lovely use of language technique, simile, metaphor. I actually didn't pick them out as we were reading, but they're there. Make sure you use them in this essay. Sometimes students think there's no need for descriptive writing or language technique. Every essay you write, there's need for that. Okay, back to my marking scheme over here. So that is top drawer. It doesn't get any better than that. It's on the ball, lovely mixture of narration, descriptive writing, and then reflection. It's personal, it's emotive. It's flawless. I can't pick out a mistake in grammar, spelling, anything like that. Okay, so we're top grade, like we are a lot here. I'm trying to show you good samples. So that's what 100 out of 100 looks like. Okay, so really good answer. Read the rest of it yourself. Maybe try that answer yourself. Do a 30-minute session on it perhaps. Okay. That's it for today, guys. That's it for this session. So that was 2020, option 1 in the composing section. And I will see you again next time maybe. Take care.